Hey, my friends, David Guido here, personal development coach, trainer, speaker, Zig Ziglar legacy certified trainer, and author of the book, What If? 30 Days to Powerful New Perspective. And I got one message for you this week. Slow down. Slow down. Easier said than done, isn't it? We live in a hectic, crazy world of instant gratification and do twice as much work in half the time and being pulled in a bunch of different directions. But the key is to be able to slow down. And I know for me, I did not have that key for many, many years. And I've discovered that by employing the things that we're going to talk about, implementing these strategies, it has helped me slow down. It has helped me with my health. It has helped me with my stress. It has helped me be more productive. It has helped me to be a better person. And so that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the 10 things real quick. The 10 things that you can do immediately to slow down. Number one is to walk away. And that don't mean, from your family or from your job or anything like that. But every single day, take a few minutes, even your lunch hour. You don't have to go to lunch with the gang every day. Take a few minutes, take 45 minutes, take an hour, even if it's in 2 or 3 different segments, walk away. Just clear your head. I found that has been a huge benefit to me, is to be able to just walk away and just decompress. It helps slow me down. It helps recenter me. It helps refocus me. And I would add a suggestion into that, and that is check out nature around you. I love going and taking 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes and just watching the sky, watching the clouds, watching the fall foliage, watching the full bloom, whatever season it is, and having appreciation for it. It calms me, it centers me, it slows me down. Number 2 is breathe deeply. Good deep breaths. And I try to do this 5 to 10 times every 60 to 90 minutes. 5 to 10 deep breaths every 60 to 90 minutes. What's ironic and interesting about it is it energizes you. It gives you energy to get that oxygen flow through your brain. But in that time, while you're breathing in and out, you're slowing yourself down, you're refocusing, so you're not all over the place, which is what we're trying to avoid. Number 3, meditation, and number 4, prayer. And both of these are things that I recommend you do a couple of times a day. Meditation, I typically do 15 to 30 minutes. I do the release meditation technique. There's a variety of them out there, whichever one works for you. I do the release, which is just to close my eyes and just either out loud or in my head, release, 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 over and over for 15 minutes to a half hour. And prayer a couple of times a day. And prayer is great. Meditation's great because it calms you, it relaxes you. Prayer is great because it helps you focus on other people. Whether you're praying for them because they're in a season of struggle, whether you're praying for them because things are going great and you're praying for more success, or you're praying for success in this new exciting thing they're doing. Either way, when you're praying, you're focused on other people and you're kind of taking yourself out of your own way, and you're not focused on your own stuff and not overwhelming yourself. You're recentering, refocusing, focusing on other people and starting to think, how can I help them? Number 5 and 6 has to do with scheduling. Number 5 is schedule no less than 3, no more than 4 projects at a time. If you're like I used to be, there were times where I would be working literally on a dozen projects or more. And certainly 8 to 12 on a regular basis. You don't want to be there because it's too much. That is the opposite of slow down. That is racing. That is the hamster on the wheel, right? Now that I am at that point where I've got no less than 3, no more than 4 projects per week, per month. I do my schedule on a monthly and then a weekly basis. I'm locked in and focused, and I'm much more productive and I'm much more effective because I'm not overwhelmed and running like crazy. And when I do my schedule on a weekly basis, I schedule free time. If you look at my calendar, there's white space. Nothing planned. Sometimes that's my time to walk away. Sometimes that's my time to hang out a little bit extra with my wife. Sometimes that's my time to read a book. Sometimes I do some extra meditation. That's what's cool about free time. It's free. You do whatever you want with it. As long as you're not running on the treadmill. It's your time to walk away. It's your time to decompress. It's your time to make sure that you're slowing down to the appropriate speed. Number 7 is to disconnect. And that is disconnect from technology. So I've talked about this before. My wife and I try to sit for 30 to 60 minutes every night. And during that time, it's conversation. There's no technology. There's no phones. There's no computer. There's no nothing. There's nothing. No nothing would be something. There's nothing. You get it. But there's other time wasters. You know, Zig Ziglar used to talk about this in his presentations. It's so powerful. People spend an hour a day, according to the survey Zig quoted, people spend an hour a day in idle gossip, or gossip and idle chit-chat. That's great. An hour doesn't seem like much, but over the course of a year, that's 6 weeks. 6 weeks of life wasted in gossip and idle chit-chat. How much better could you be at 3 or 4 projects that you have laser-like focus if you had an extra 6 weeks handed to you? One of the ways we slow down is we disconnect and eliminate the time wasters. Number 8 is we are present in the moment, but present with gratitude. You know, whether I'm talking to my wife or one of my really good friends or a customer, or whether I'm creating a training or a program or teaching or doing this, I'm completely present in the moment with no distractions, and I'm present with gratitude. I am grateful to be doing this. I consider this to be a privilege. I consider it to be a blessing, and I am absolutely beyond grateful that I have this opportunity, and I'm present in that moment. And that helps slow me down, because then I'm not thinking about 45 other things that I could be or should be doing, or all of the other people I want to try to serve. I'm locked into this moment, and it centers me, and it slows me down in a good, strong, positive way. Don't multitask is number 9. All the surveys, and go out and Google effects of multitasking, and what you'll find, all the surveys that I looked at when I Googled that said the same thing. The people who multitask are not as effective, not as productive, and don't have the same results as the people that are focused on one task at a time. And that makes sense. When you spread yourself thin, you're not as effective. You're not as productive. And number 10, run your race. So often, and this is a fine line, right, for some people, because they say, well, hold on, wait a minute. You talk about serving all the time. You talk about being other people focused all the time. Absolutely. You should be. What I mean by running your race is, don't try to do your 3 or 4 projects as well as your spouses, your children's, your customers, your bosses, your colleagues, your friends, your extended family. You do your 3 or 4 projects, and that's it. When you start working according to other people's agendas, you become overwhelmed. When you start doing what everybody else wants you to do instead of focused on the things you know need to get done, you start to get overwhelmed, and you speed up instead of slowing down, focusing. So those are the 10. Those are the 10 things that we want to do. Real quick, we want to walk away every day at least once, preferably 2 or 3 times, just to clear our head, just to be in our own present with ourself. Number 2 is we want to breathe. Deep breathing. I recommend every 60 to 90 minutes, 5 or 10. Nice big inhales, nice big exhales. Number 3, meditation. Number 4, prayer. A couple of times a day. The release meditation technique, praying for other people so that you're focused on them and their needs and what you can do for them. Number 5 and 6 relate to scheduling. Schedule no less than 3, no more than 4 projects in any given month, any given week, so that you have that laser focus, so you're not the hamster on the wheel trying to do a bunch of different things. And schedule free time. Number 7, disconnect. Eliminate time wasters like gossip, idle chit-chat. You know, don't get on Facebook twice every hour. Don't check your favorite team's score or trade deadline updates every half hour, once or twice a day, so you're not wasting more time. Be present in every moment with complete gratitude for being there. Be locked in, be focused. Don't be distracted trying to handle 5 things in your head while you're trying to have one conversation. Be present with gratitude. Don't multitask, because then if you're doing one task at a time instead of trying to do multiple, you're going to be more effective, you're going to be more productive, you're going to produce better results. All the surveys say that. And number 10, run your race. Don't run somebody else's race, run your race. Focus on your projects. Serve other people, help other people, lift other people up. But at the end of the day, locked in on the things that you need to get done. Why do we want to do that? Real quick, 6 benefits. Number 1, less stress. Obvious, right? Because if we're doing all of those things, we're creating a less stressful environment. I get that. But here's something else to consider. When you're trying to do 55 things because you don't embrace these 10 steps, these 10 strategies, and you get stuck in traffic, we get extra annoyed. We get extra levels of stress because we're like, I got to get to work and do 55 things. I got to get home and do 55 things because I got 9 million things because I'm not listening to David and I don't have 3 or 4 projects only. And now I'm stuck in traffic, and it adds to your stress, right? When the technology fails, when the computer goes down, when the system goes down, I got 55 things to do. I'm in the middle of multitasking with 5 different things. Your level of stress goes even higher. The people that are locked in and focused actually have alternative plans and better plans and have a direction and have an alternative road that they can go down without being overwhelmed and crazed in their mind trying to figure out what to do. Number 2 is better health. Obviously better health because of less stress. One of the other things I read when I was doing the research for this blog is the people who sleep better, and if you implement these 10 strategies, you're obviously going to sleep better. The people who sleep better at night gain less weight or lose weight. Less sleep, less quality sleep, bigger weight gains. So the health benefits go beyond just the obvious stress. We sleep better when we slow down. That gives us a better opportunity to avoid weight gain. And it allows us better opportunity for weight loss if that's where we're at. Number 3 is we accomplish more. We talked about that. We're more productive. That makes sense. When we slow down, but we have better focus on a handful of important things, we're going to get better at them. We're going to be more productive. We're going to get them done faster, actually, with better results. Number 4 is we have better relationships. And those better relationships are, obviously, right? If we're getting along with people, if we're not as overwhelmed, we're not, we're less cranky. So we're going to have better relationships because we're going to be less stressed. But it also puts us in a better frame of mind, which allows us to serve and lift people up. When you're overwhelmed and you've got a million things happening, the last thing in the world you want to do is think about other people. It's one of the reasons why you pray for other people. It's hard to stop and go, how can I serve somebody when I have a plate with 75 projects on it? It's hard to do that. But when you slow down, when you implement these 10 strategies and you slow your life down and you have this laser-like focus with awesome productivity and you have free time scheduled, you go looking more for those opportunities to serve people and lift them up. And then your relationships explode in quality, in depth, and meaning. And number 5 and number 6 kind of go together. You're happier, you're more joyful, and you're more fulfilled, obviously. When those first 4 things are happening, less stress, better health, better sleep, no weight gain or weight loss even potentially, and when your relationships are as powerful and as exciting as they can be, you're obviously going to be happier and more joyful and more fulfilled than when you don't have those first 4 things because you're running around, you're multitasking all the time, you're not taking time, you're not meditating, you're not, you're trying to do 55 things in every given day. Makes sense, all right? So I hope that this serves you. We're at 13 minutes, which is exciting. I hope this serves you. Those were really fast because those are 10 powerful things. So go back and listen to this again and take some great notes if you need to. Share this with somebody who needs to hear it, who needs to slow down. Who needs to slow down. Share this with them. I hope it serves you. It's such an honor and a privilege and a blessing and to be here. So thank you. Comment, like, share. I love hearing from people. It's one of the great highlights of my week is when people reach out to me, especially when I get some emails and get to engage in some dialogue. So until the next time, get out there every single day and discover something new. Reach for your dreams every day. Go for it and live the life that is so good.